Okay. Well, welcome to this is episode 2 of Transformations, and I'm very excited to be recording this series. Being a trainer and a master coach in NLP and hypnosis, I day in and day out, I see amazing transformations in my clients, in my students, and this all really came about because I had my own transformation about 5 years ago. And going from a place of being a single mom where I was desperately unhappy, my career wasn't progressing, living an unhealthy lifestyle, I actually got to a point where there needed to be some change. There needed to be some transformation. And through the process of getting my own coach and then learning about NLP, I had a complete transformation in my life to where I now am living a much different lifestyle, running my own business, helping people every day, and really loving what I get to do and feeling so much better within myself. And so this is my passion, and it become my passion that if I can transform my life, I can transform other people's lives. And I want that to spread out as a ripple effect as far as possible. So that's why I get so much joy now out of teaching hypnosis and NLP and timeline therapy and seeing those people go out and create transformation in their lives and the lives of the people that they want to help too. So this has really been a dream of mine fulfilled, and I wanted to put these interviews together so that you could hear real life experiences of how people are transforming their lives, and with the hope that perhaps you or someone you know could really do with some transformation, and then something that you might hear from here will inspire you to go out and seek that help. So without further ado, I would like to welcome tonight's very special guest. I'm so excited to have her with us tonight. Maryanne Till is a wonderful coach, wonderful hypnotherapist, and NLP practitioner. Her business, One Life to Flourish, and she really has a passion for working with other women and helping them to transform their lives and to go out and flourish as well. So I would like to welcome Maryanne to Transformations. I'm so pleased to have you here tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to talk to you, and I agree with what you've been saying. It's amazing being able to help people transform their lives just with using the tools of NLP, and just seeing how it can change me and then seeing how it can change other people is so exciting. It's a great message to spread out, I think.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Maryanne. And I know that you've got some great stories to tell about, your own transformation and also the people that you've been helping. But to start off with, could you perhaps tell us, Maryanne, a little bit about your business and who you help and how you come about starting it?
Okay, so as you've already said, my business is One Life to Flourish, and it came about a few years ago when I had gone through a personal transformation. This was before I knew anything about NLP or hypnosis. I'd started to change my own life, my health, my well-being, my emotional state, all of those kinds of things. And I really wanted to help other people transform as well. So I kind of set up my business and then didn't really know how to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And I was sort of stuck a little bit until I found hypnosis and found NLP, and then that became, the driver behind what I wanted to achieve with my business. So my business is aimed at helping women who are at a transition point in their life where they're not sure what they want to do, what their options are, those kinds of things. And I basically help them to get clear on what the next stage of their life is, and then just get confident, burst through any of the limiting beliefs and fears and those kinds of things that they have around making a change in their life, so that they can be full of their own personal power and achieve what they want to achieve.
Yeah, I love hearing that, Maryanne. It's fantastic. And I think, what I find, and I hear this so much from coaches, is that it's always that journey of overcoming your own problems that, you know, it inspires us, doesn't it, to want to go out and help other people, because it's like, oh my God, if I can create this change for myself, it's almost like it's my duty to go out and help other people, you know, have that kind of experience as well, because you realize how powerful it is. And I think once you've been through that, you know, you get a really good idea of how, you know, how you can help other people, and, you know, you've got that sort of connection with them, don't you, with the people that you help.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you a lot of empathy with where they're at, and then also the, you know, the positive stories to help them feel like they can achieve change that they want to as well. So yeah, it's amazingly powerful to have been on the journey yourself and then be able to just help people to have that same result.
Yeah, that's so true, Maryanne. So, Maryanne, tell me, like, what is it that really made you to decide or to come to that decision that learning hypnosis and NLP would be the thing that would be for you?
So, well, the first thing that I did was actually learn hypnosis, and that was really by accident, I suppose, although if you think about it, there's not really any accidents in life. It's, you know, that kind of idea. But basically, as I said, I'd sort of had my passion for what I wanted to do as a business and didn't really have the tools that I felt I needed to do it. And I just sort of kept on seeing, you know, this hypnosis training popping up in Facebook, and I'm kept on seeing it and going, okay, that sounds interesting. I don't really know what hypnosis is, but it sounds interesting, sounds like it could be a good tool. And because it was on at a time that worked for me, I sort of said, yep, I'm going to give it a go and see how I go. And it really was the next level of transformation for me personally when I went and did it. And then how I was able to use that with other people was amazing as well. So because of that, then making the decision to do NLP was absolutely the only choice that I had. So it felt like that was the direction that I had to go in. It was sort of almost a push that I needed to actually do the course. So yeah, it was quite amazing. So one was sort of felt accidental, one felt like it was just the purpose.
Yeah, and I just remember you coming in and doing that hypnosis training, Maryanne, and what a positive impact that it had on you, and how much you just got, you know, developed this new perspective of the world, essentially, but, you know, even more so your business and how you wanted to be able to help people.
Yeah, it really was. Like, it was only 3 days, but in those 3 days it felt like I'd gone on a massive life journey where, you know, I suddenly had the very clear direction and almost the clear time for how I was going to put my business into action. So yeah, it was just an absolutely transformative experience doing that.
Yeah, that is so good. I love training 3-day hypnosis, because it's, in the essence, it's so simple in that anyone can come and learn it, because, you know, a lot of the time, like you said, you didn't really understand what hypnosis was so much. You know, I know when I spoke to Suzanne last week on transformations, she thought that perhaps you had to be a doctor or a psychologist or something to be able to learn hypnosis. So there are a lot of misconceptions out there about what is hypnosis and who can do it, when really what we come to learn is it's a very natural state that we all have access to, and anyone can learn it, whether it's for yourself or because you want to go out and start helping people straight away, which is fantastic. Yes. I love that.
Yep.
So, Maryanne, tell me, were there any fears or doubts or limitations you had to overcome for yourself in becoming a hypnotherapist and NLP practitioner?
Oh yes, there were lots of things I had to work through. Absolutely. I think with the hypnosis, because I'd gone into it being a bit unaware, even after the 3 days, and even though I'd had quite a transformation, I felt doubtful in my own ability to work with people for a little while. It sort of took me a while to get over that self-doubt and actually see the power of it. And some of that came about because I kept working on myself, doing self-hypnosis and seeing the results, which, you know, built my trust in how it would work and how it could transform people. Now it's one of the most amazing tools that I use, and just seeing how it works with people is amazing. And then after kind of getting through that, I did the NLP training. And there were lots of things to kind of go through and just sort of remove. So it wasn't so much that I had fears and doubts around doing it. I had absolute belief that it was the right thing to do. But I had lots of stuff that just had to get kind of taken, removed, changed, all of those sorts of things to put me in a place to really be able to use it and, you know, bring my business forward as well, I think. So lots of change, lots of transformation happening.
Yeah, and I think that's such a great point, Maryanne, because, you know, it is my utmost belief that the first person we work on is ourselves. And, you know, one of the things I work in the space of working with business builders, obviously with teaching people hypnosis and NLP, a lot of these people are building a business around it, like yourself. But also the mindset breakthroughs I do in the 7 Effect with the lifestyle business builders in there. You know, one of the things I love working about in this space is because if you ever want to find out what you need to work on for yourself and you want some personal growth, start a business, right?
Yes,
Because,
absolutely.
yeah, because it just really brings up a lot of stuff. Well, it can, not necessarily for everyone, but, you know, making that transition from working and having a job and getting a paycheck and knowing perhaps, you know, your role that you've done for a long time, to then getting into a business, it's a completely different sort of landscape, isn't it? Where, you know, all of these tools are just brilliant to really work on yourself and build that within yourself, which just adds to your confidence on working with clients.
Yeah, that's what I've found, definitely, that with every new step and stage that I've taken, you know, there's been something that's come up that I've had to sort of address, which has been, you know, part of my growth as well. But it also helps me to be confident that I can help other people have that transformation as well. So it's sort of that kind of cycle. Because it's worked with you, then you know absolutely that it can help someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, this is the really key point about, you know, whether you have coaching or you learn some tools or whatever, is that, you know, I think the most important thing is having these tools is that you have them for life, because what you work on now isn't going to be the end of the things you're going to want tools to work on for, because we as humans, we want progression, right? So, you know, we go, okay, I want to be able to start a business. So I work on myself and I get these tools and I start my business. And then it's like, well, now I want to grow my business to this level. So, I might need to work on a bit more stuff. And then life happens, doesn't it? Just as we go along, there's all kinds of different challenges. But you just have this toolkit that you can use whenever you need it. Is that what you've found, Maryanne?
Absolutely, yes. It just gives you so many more choices in being able to deal with any situation that you come up against, and to build your confidence that you can deal with any situation that comes through. It doesn't mean that you don't have those, oh no, kind of moments, because they definitely happen, but at least you know that there's some way to get through that, and that on the other side, you're going to have had growth and, you know, widened your opportunities again and your choices in life. Yeah.
It's that having the confidence that there is another side.
Yes, exactly. Instead of feeling like you're stuck and there are no other options.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's good. All right. So, Maryanne, what do you think has been the most important breakthrough that you've had for yourself using NLP?
Yes, now this is an interesting question, because there's been so many gradual changes, I think. But overall, I would say just a change in my confidence level would be the biggest thing. Even, you know, being able to get onto live calls and things like that has totally changed. I mean, I know when we were doing the NLP prac, we went through and did a particular process, and I think it was around, was it procrastination or something? Anyway, it was
Chaining
something.
anchors, wasn't it? Chaining anchors, procrastination.
Oh yeah, that's right. Chaining anchors with procrastination. Yes. And straight after that, I just went out and did my very first video live on Facebook, which felt like it didn't even feel scary. It was just amazing to me because I had put it off and avoided it, and just kept on going for months and months and months. And then all of a sudden it was like it just didn't matter anymore. Any of those fears were just kind of gone and not important. So that was the kind of transformation that happened, just in being confident in myself to be able to do something.
I remember watching that, Maryanne, and it was such a highlight of my day, just knowing, because you might think, oh, well, going live on Facebook, okay, but especially in this industry, I know how many people struggle with going live. And, people say to me, oh, Tony, it's so easy for you, and it's like, yeah, I've done literally hundreds and hundreds of videos. Like, that's comes with practice and working on myself. But when it's something that's brand new, I know so many people are crippled. And I know it's one of the things that I do work with a lot with business builders and coaches, especially about being able to get up, being visible. But I remember just seeing you, Maryanne, and it was just like, bang, a switch had been flicked, and you were just there videoing yourself and loving it.
Yes, exactly. Haven't stopped since.
Yeah, and you're great on video. I love watching your videos, Maryanne. They're fantastic. So really well done. So, well, that's fantastic. I love hearing that, that breakthrough for you. And can you tell me, Maryanne, or tell everyone who's watching, what do you think has been the greatest breakthrough that you've seen in your clients?
So once again, a tough question, because every single person I've worked with has had breakthroughs, and breakthroughs that have just made massive changes to their life. So maybe if I just give you a few examples rather than just trying to pick out one person might be the best thing. So
yeah, sure.
So basically, I've had, using hypnosis, I've had someone who has improved their golf game, for example. So they wanted to improve their performance, and they achieved that. I don't really understand all of the different levels in golf, but anyway, they got up to whatever level they wanted to, that we were working on at that time. So just an amazing breakthrough of getting the headspace that was stopping him from getting to where he wanted to go just kind of gone, so that he could achieve what he wanted to achieve. Another example is
that's
a woman.
great, by the way, because I know, like, golf, I can imagine the amount of people out there playing golf that are like, oh my God, if only I could, get to the next handicap or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
It's a big thing, isn't it, in golf, for people trying to really up their ante. And
And I think the thing with golf too, and maybe this is with a lot of sports, but I know with golf, their fears and their limiting beliefs really impact how they're even doing their golf swing and that kind of thing. And that was sort of what was holding him back, was what was happening in his head. He knew how everything should work, but his head was getting in the way of, the physical action. So so some amazing results with that. So that was really positive. I had a woman who was basically at a transition point in her life and did not know what she wanted to do. And once again, with hypnosis, we went through and just sort of did a process where she was sort of setting future goals and that kind of thing. And she got into massive action. Like, she just started cleaning out her house because she realized she wanted to sell it. She started to sign up for courses, and like, she was just on fire, just doing this and that and the other, just like a dynamo. It was amazing. And it's just incredible, like, just to see people who've been stuck just come alive. It's just incredible.
Well, because that's
And
what so many people say, isn't it? That they just feel stuck, that they're just stuck and they don't really know how to move forward, or why they're stuck, or why they can't, you know,
yeah,
don't know what direction to go in. It's that very much a stuck state, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think the other part of it is that they don't realize that it's their unconscious mind that's playing that role, and how to actually break through and actually get your unconscious mind to work for you. And that's the beauty of using the hypnosis and the NLP, is actually, you know, getting the unconscious mind and the conscious mind kind of working together. And I mean, that's an amazingly powerful thing, you know, to have the unconscious mind release stuff so that you're then in your personal power. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Which is there. I mean, speaking about, because we've been speaking about the videoing. So one thing that I've been doing, which some people watching may have seen, I've been working with people who want to get up doing their own live videos. And I've sort of got one client who, going through my program for that, has gone from kind of hiding away, going, I can't do my, you know, yoga classes and my meditation classes, to now having her plan to get going basically by June with all of her stuff online, and totally confident, you know, just the way that she's doing live videos now, it's just, you know, like a transformed person. So just
Wow.
seeing all of that, it's just incredible.
Yeah, and such an important thing now, because people, you know, I'm guessing it'll change at some time in the not too distant future,
Yeah.
but people have been so restricted from seeing clients face to face that, you know, working online is more important now than it ever has been. So for people that are struggling to do that, that's a big problem, isn't it?
It is, it definitely is, because you're just restricting yourself in what your possibilities are. And I mean, obviously the restrictions are going to end at some point in time, but if you're confident and you're comfortable working online, then you've got a much broader lot of people that you can reach. And let's face it, that's what we want as business owners, is to actually be able to reach and help the greatest number of people. So if
Mm.
you're boxing yourself in because of your fears to just work with people in person, then, you know, what are you actually stopping from getting out into the world? You know, it's
Yeah,
just gives
it
you
is.
so much more possibilities.
It is super important. And that's one of the things that I'm so grateful for, that we've had online, and that we have these platforms like Zoom and Facebook and all these kinds of things where we can reach people online. Is literally over the last month, in my business, I had one of my biggest months since probably last year, I think. And so right in the middle, where everyone felt like business was contracting and that no one, you know, they couldn't help them, well, I was business as usual, if not busier for me, because I work with people online. And, you know, for quite some time, I've been working with people as far away as Finland and South Africa, and, you know, as well as across Australia. And it's so simple to do when you have the tools and the confidence to work in that space. So, you know, I think it's one of these things that now is just becoming essential, to have the confidence in yourself to be able to jump online and do that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's basically what I've been doing as well. You know, all the people that I've been working with this year, it's basically been online. So, you know, it's without having gained that confidence to work in this way, then, you know, I'd be still hiding away and not, you know, making money, not helping anyone, not doing any of the things that I'm doing. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
such an important thing, I think.
Yeah, that is great. I love hearing those stories of transformation, Mary, and those people that you've helped. It is so good. So what I'd like to ask you now, Maryanne, is what do you think? Tell us, what are your 3 top mindset tips for, you know, like with using NLP, that you could share with us?
Yeah, so I mean, there's so many, because NLP really is working on your mindset in different ways. But I've sort of come up with 3 that I think for me have been fairly significant. So the first one is actually using NLP to help change your way of thinking. So to claim back your personal choices and personal power. So often in life, particularly when we get to that point of feeling really stuck, what we've actually done is we've given away our power to someone else, and we're kind of letting them be in control, or feeling like they're in control. They're not really in control. So by using NLP, you can actually get that back and be able to make the choices that you want to make, not that someone else is sort of making you feel like you should make. So that's the first thing. If you want to feel like you are in control and that you have got your personal choices and power, then that's where NLP can absolutely help. And I love that about it. That's one of the big
empowerment,
changes.
isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Having power, your personal power is so important.
Yeah.
So I do lots of things on my Facebook page around happiness, and I think that's another area where NLP can really help, because it helps you to focus on the positive aspects of your life, which of course builds your happiness. And it also helps with some of the processes that you can do to put like your future goals in place, which then gives you something positive to focus on, something positive to work towards. So you can actually get a mood boost that is, kind of long term, rather than just a little bit up and then go back down. It sort of gives you that really positive take on life, which is, an amazing thing as well. I know that with the hypnosis, that was the thing that really got my emotions up and positive and moving, was by just kind of focusing on my future goals. And then my third one, because this seems to be what I work with a lot, is around procrastination. So basically, procrastination is really a negative mindset. So you can use NLP to bust through that and just change it around so that you have motivation and movement towards the future that you want.
I love those tips, Maryanne. So get empowered, take personal responsibility for where you're at and take control of that. Focus on what you want and create some goals for yourself for a positive future, and get out of procrastination and bust out of that kind of stuck negative state and get motivated. I think there are 3 really super powerful things that you can do with NLP. And I know that you're having a lot of success helping others in that exact space, Maryanne.
Yes,
so that's fantastic. So thank you for those top tips. Now, we're just about going to wrap up now, Maryanne, but what I would love to know from you is, and because I'm sure that there'll be some people watching that either, have got some problems with their confidence, or they're at that transition point in their life, or, they are procrastinating, or even just want to get themselves online and get moving. So can you tell us, Maryanne, where can people find you? And, how can I get in contact with you? And do you have any programs coming up?
Okay, so basically the main place to find me is on Facebook at One Life to Flourish. That's where I sort of have lots of different videos and information and that kind of thing, and places to book in, find out more information. So good place to go. I have 2 main programs that I've sort of got going at the moment that are just short programs. They only go for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So one is actually on procrastination. So that's my Get Moving program. So if there's any area in your life where you just feel like you're stuck and you just want to actually make some progress with that, the program is amazing for just, breaking through all sorts of barriers. Lots of success with that one. And as I've already mentioned, I've got another one that is specifically about getting you up and confident on video as well. So they're my 2 ones at the moment. And by the end of June, I've got a amazing program in the works that is around women who are wanting to transition from being an employee to actually being a business owner. So getting clear on the mindset around doing that, making sure that they have the belief in themselves and that kind of thing, the confidence to actually head into their own business. So yes, come and check it out.
Yeah, that's a fantastic course. That sounds like a fantastic course, Maryanne, because that is a big mindset shift for people.
Mm.
And I 100%, do support that. If you are someone who's, thinking about getting to business, or you're just struggling to get your business going, and you're used to working in a job, definitely seek out some help and check out what Maryanne's getting got coming up, because it's you're not alone if that is a struggle for you. I can go in Master Pack, we talk about a lot more about the values levels of thinking and how that actually goes, but it's a tough kind of transition to make by yourself. And so, yeah, I highly recommend that you check that out. So check out all Maryanne's her page, and her links. We'll make sure we get underneath this video so you can find those really easily. So if you're looking for some one-on-one help in those areas, definitely get in touch with Maryanne. If you're interested in learning NLP or hypnosis, my next hypnosis training is coming up at the end of May as well. But either way, get in touch, reach out, and really could be time for transformation in your life too. So thank you so much, Maryanne, for joining me tonight. It's been a real pleasure having you here and hearing your amazing stories of transformation. I'm sure they've really made a big difference to someone who needed to hear that tonight.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you invited me along. It's been great having a chat about it.
Beautiful. All right, well, that's it from us. And until the next episode of Transformations, stay well.